Here we are, another Friday night of football action. It's the Cavaliers of Clover Hill taking on the Falcons of Huguenot High School. Varsity football action, and the Cavaliers will receive the opening kickoff. And from there, Josh Bailey and his offense will take over. Bailey finding room around the right side, getting good blocks, and Bailey picking up some big yardage on this play. He'll have 55 yards on the night in carrying for Clover Hill. Michael Haynes adding on some yardage in this play for Clover Hill as Bailey gets instructions from Coach Tiller. And the Cavalier offense continues to roll on. Bailey hits Smith. Smith tacks on a few more yards. A little extra effort. And then Bailey scrambling through the line once again, getting a little room and adding on to his yardage total. And a little extra effort there as well. The Huguenot defense will hold, though. The Cavaliers unable to get into the end zone. Smith just not able to bring that one in, so they'll bring out Christian Conklin. He kicks in a 22-yarder, and the Cavaliers go up by 3 early in the game. Cavalier defense tough. Michael Haynes stopping the run here, saying, nope, you're not going that way, as Coach O'Hare gives a little pep talk to his offense. And the Cavalier defense looking strong once again. Mo Gross, Anthony Davis, Spence Brennan, Marcus Jackson, and several others in on tackles. Cavalier offense back in action, and something you don't see much this year. Josh Bailey being brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Cavalier offensive line having a little troubles, but Bailey finds Joe Caleb. Caleb tacking on some extra yardage, finally brought down. That was a third and 18. They need a few more yards, and Zach Burkholder makes the catch to pick up the first down. The Cavalier drive continues on. Michael Haynes, some room around the left-hand side. He tacks on more yardage. And then Bailey, looking to the right side, finds Chris Smith. Smith dodging several tackles, finally brought down just outside the 20-yard line of the Falcons. Then Bailey looking, scrambling, finds Zach Burkholder. Burkholder putting the Cavaliers inside the 10-yard line. And there's the mascot of the Cavaliers saying we're number one, looking pretty good this year. The Cavalier cheerleaders also adding a little extra excitement on the sidelines. And then Bailey finds Chris Smith again. Smith drives it into the end zone, touchdown, Cavaliers. Conklin tacks on the extra point. The Cavaliers kick back to the Falcons, and Marcus Jackson making the diving stop on the return. The Falcons offense finding a little breathing room on this series. A nice play here picks them up some net yardage as Craig Sprouse and Spence Brennan finally make the takedown, and that'll put the teams into the second quarter. Chris Smith puts the hit on here. The Huguenot Falcons unable to complete the pass. Coach Curtis looking on. His offense now back out after the punt, and they're continuing to have problems at offensive line. The Huguenot rush continuing to drive on Bailey, but Bailey scrambles and he finds Joe Caleb once again. Cavaliers picking up yardage. This time the Cavalier offensive line giving Bailey some time. Bailey makes it hurt as he strikes deep with Andrew Oliver making a great catch. And then he shoots it to the outside to Chris Smith. Smith into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Conklin tacks on the extra point. Cavaliers up by 17. Marcus Jackson in on the stop of the return by the Falcons. And the Falcon offense again finding a little breathing room. Chris Smith finally making the takedown. But the Cavalier defense bounces right back. Spence Brennan, Michael Haynes, several others in on stops. And then the Falcons go to the air. And Austin Fry makes the interception for the Cavaliers. He'll pick it off. Cavalier offense gets to take back to the field. Josh Bailey back out. He looks around to the left-hand side, has to scramble around a bit, finally finds a little running room, dodges several tackles, and then he cuts it up the sidelines, and finally brought down. But Bailey picking up some yardage and the first down for the Cavaliers. They go to the air. Chris Smith, an incredible catch there. Watch it once again. Smith up in the air, does the flip after the hit, holds on to the ball. Nice job by Chris Smith. Clover Hill offense unable to progress any further. They punt the ball away, and on the return, Michael Haynes grabs the jersey of the return man and gets a little help from some of his friends. Huguenot again able to pick up a little bit of yardage on the offense. The scramble there being stopped by Craig Sprouse. They go to the short pass play, pick up a few yards, finally brought down by Haynes, Chris Smith, and others. The Falcon quarterback looks over the middle, shoots it downfield, but it's Zach Burkholder making the interception for Clover Hill. He brings it back, and now the offense is able to take back to the field. Bailey looks deep, finds Chris Smith. Smith out of bounds at the 1-foot line. Michael Haynes will drive it in, though, and the Cavaliers score another touchdown. The extra point attempt is no good. The Cavalier crazies, whatever you call them, going wild in the stands. And back on defense, Marcus Jackson making things tough for the Huguenot Falcons as Clover Hill goes into halftime with a 23-point lead. The Falcons receiving the kick to open the second half, and on the return, must have been a night for flips tonight, as watch this once again, hit and flip. What a play. Able to hold on to the ball. Nice job by the Falcon return man. Cavalier defense coming out strong in the second half. Anthony Davis making 3 big stops right here, bringing the quarterback down for a loss. And the Clover Hill offense will come back out on the field once again, and it doesn't take long. Bailey looking, finds Chris Smith. 7 receptions, 118 yards on the night for Smith, 40 yards on this play for a Clover Hill touchdown. The extra point attempt comes up short. The Cavaliers up by 29. On the kick, Clover Hill special teams once again proving strong, as quickly the return is brought down by Michael Haynes. Haynes getting a little love from Thane Bruce, then Bruce in on a stop himself, along with the assistance of some of his fellow Cavaliers. Coach Nate Henry looking on, watching that defensive line of the Cavaliers as they finally make the stop here. Coach O'Hare talking to Wayne Christian about how to make the stop against some of these running backs of the Falcons. And then the Falcons drive into Cavalier territory, well into Cavalier territory, and look like they're on the way into the end zone. Andrew Olson makes the grab, and somehow Chris Smith comes out with the ball, and he'll take it back 96 yards for another Cavalier touchdown, his 4th of the night. And Smith, another incredible night for the Cavaliers. It'll be Jennifer Johnson coming out for the extra point attempt. She gets a hard rush against her, but she puts it through the uprights, and that one will put the Cavaliers up by 36 with time running down in the third quarter. Huguenot offense finds a little running room on their next possession. Andrew Ednine finally making the takedown for the Cavaliers. And the teams will head into the fourth quarter, and a little bit of celebrating starting to begin on the Cavaliers sidelines and in the stands. Cavaliers with a big lead. They'll give Josh Bailey a break. 13 of 19 passes complete, 3 touchdowns, 229 yards. As the Cavalier offense comes back out in the fourth quarter, it's Craig Sprouse under center. And in at quarterback, he dodges several of the Huguenot would-be tacklers, finds Christian Conklin downfield. Conklin making the catch. Cavalier offense on the drive. And then it's Sprouse looking around the left side, bouncing off of several Huguenot defenders, and finally is brought down. And everyone excited to see some of the second offense and defense able to get some time on the field in this game. Sprouse talking it over with Coach Tiller. Cavalier offense unable to get into the end zone, but on defense, they'll pick up 2 points as the safety against the Falcons will put the Cavaliers up by 38 with just under half the fourth quarter remaining. And the Huguenot offense back out, but they're all wrapped up by the Cavalier defense. And Clover Hill will go on to win this one big over the Falcons. Clover Hill 38, Huguenot 0. Clover Hill at home for homecoming next week against the Lancers of Manchester.